Hi Sagittarius, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are doing things a little bit differently. I am going to be using the Celtic cross layout today, so a little bit involved there. I don't normally use this particular layout, even though it is sort of one of the most standard ones, in tarot as well as Lenormand, but seeing how it goes. We're doing some interesting, getting some interesting information from this layout today. But make sure you are subscribed to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the readings. We do have love readings coming out later this week. For those of you interested, make sure you are subscribed. And I am using the Gilded Reverie Lenormand today. But getting sort of straight on into it, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what is going on for our Sagittarius this week? Sagittarius, what does Sagittarius need to know? Celtic cross format for Sagittarius, please. Okay, Sagittarius. Starting off with your energy. What's crossing you? Past energy, future energy. What is crowning Sagittarius and what is beneath Sagittarius? Then the four individual components here, we have advice, we have influences, hopes and fears, and then the outcome. Interesting. Seeing elements from a lot of the other readings in this one as well. Seeing some of the same card placements as what I saw for some of the other signs. So you may want to check your other placements. We're using the bottom of the deck as our overview topic information here. So we do have the whip, the fox, and then the clover. Okay, so what we're looking at here, I feel like this is actually drama because the whip here, this can be like quarreling, arguments, tension, conflict, drama. Some sort of conflict over the way that you're doing things, that you're sort of going ahead with things a little bit. I don't feel that it's necessarily impulsive. With the clover can be impulsive. It's sort of taking chances, taking risks with your own independence in a sense here. It can sometimes be seen as selfishness. So I do feel as though that's causing drama because, it feels like other people around you are not liking the way you're doing things, that you're doing things very independently. You're making your own choices. You're doing what needs to be done for you, and you're sort of rushing ahead with things. You're jumping in the deep end to do what you want to do rather than what everyone else wants you to do, is what I kind of feel like this is. So it just feels like some sort of backlash kind of energy, like some sort of argument or conflict or drama because of the way you are doing things and the way that you're proceeding with things. I'm even picking up that for some of you, like, I'm not saying that this is what you're doing, but it's the way that what you're doing is being interpreted that seems to be the issue. So it feels like for some of you, someone is telling you that you're acting selfishly. For some of you, someone is kind of telling you that you're acting like a player. All right, that you're only worried about what you want, not how it affects everybody else around you. So that does seem to be the crux of the issue here for you this week. All right, but your energy here, we have the clouds. So that kind of does show me that you are not necessarily rushing into anything, that you're not necessarily taking chances that you haven't actually thought out, because you're in a thoughtful energy. Your energy here in the present is, you thinking things through to the point of overthinking things. You're, maybe a little bit of depression or anxiety coming into play here. Clouded judgment. So there may be you making decisions out of not very clear judgment, but you are very, very thoughtful and putting thought into what you're doing at the moment, and overthinking what you're doing a little bit at the moment as well. So very interesting. What's cross, like, because I don't necessarily feel as though you're doing things wrong per se. You're just doing things the way that you need to do things for you. And that's leading you to overthink things a little bit, maybe because of the backlash that you're receiving. The energy that's crossing you here, we have the anchor. Okay, so this is what's challenging you. And this is maybe why you are sort of being a little bit impulsive and rushing into doing what you want to do, is because you're feeling held back. You're feeling a little bit stuck. This as a challenge is feeling stuck. And rather than feeling stuck, you're rushing into things and jumping into things without necessarily watching out for the consequences, kind of energy. So, like I said, though, I don't necessarily feel as though you're doing anything wrong here, Sagittarius. You're doing what is right for yourself. And other people just don't seem to like that at the moment. All right. You're coming from the past energy here of the clockwork, where it's kind of like things have just kind of fallen into place in a certain order in your life, where you feel as though this is your only option at the moment, is to survive and to do what you need to do for your own survival. And it's kind of, there's an element here of, certain things where maybe in the past you've felt right thing, wrong time, wrong thing, right time, those sorts of energies. Time seems to have been, I'm getting this energy of, the past is saying to you that you don't have time to listen to what everyone else says. You just need to rush into things because, there's no time that in the past maybe you've missed out on things because you haven't sort of rushed in, and you've tried to take more time, and then you've let too much time, and time seems to be a restraint from the past here a little bit. But in the future we do see the house. Okay, so we definitely see you moving towards stability, inner stability, emotional stability and security within oneself. Definitely, that sense of family. This is home. This is safe. So we do see a lot of safety in the future, a lot of security and stability. So, in some kind of a way, this is leading you in the right direction, right? Because with the house as your future energy there, that there's a lot of stability in that. And so therefore, how can you be doing the wrong thing if it's leading you to the right thing, kind of thing? So the desired outcome, what's crowning you here, we have the coffin. Okay, so this is death and then rebirth. It's a transformation energy. So your desired outcome is you want certain things to end in order to, be reborn again into new energy. We want a transformation. We don't want to be continually treated like we're a child. That's because that's what I'm seeing in the subconscious. We have the child coming through in your subconscious energy. So it does feel as though this strong energy of I want to bring that to an end, because everyone's treating me like a child. Everyone's treating me like I'm making silly decisions, like I'm just a child and they have to tell me what to do all the time. I am feeling a little bit of that subconsciously here, that's partly why this is occurring for you, because you are feeling infantilized, like everyone's treating you like you're a baby and you have to be, wrapped up in bubble wrap. You can't make your own choices, that they should make your choices for you, kind of thing. So it does feel as though subconsciously that's part of this, is why you're going kind of like, F this, I'm going to do what I want to do because, I'm sick of everyone telling me what to do. That feels kind of like what it is here. And that's why we're seeing that, I want this to come to an end. I want everyone to stop treating me this way. So I'm just going to, be reborn and transform this energy and make people kind of allow me to transform and do my own thing and do what I need to do for myself. So it does, like I said, it does seem like you being a bit rash and doing what you need to do for yourself is the right move for you. It's definitely not the right move for other people around you, but it's not their life, is it? And, that's why I think that this is such an issue at the moment in your week for you there, Sagittarius. Your advice, we have the heart. Follow your heart. Do what your heart wants. Simple advice for you there. Protect love. Protect the unconditional love, in your life. Definitely protect love in your life, but also don't be afraid to follow your heart and do, follow your heart's desires. Do what the heart must do, kind of thing. The external influences, we do have the key. Okay, so it does seem as though there's a lot of options available to you here. And I feel like, once again, I'm getting that external pressure of you've got different options, do things differently, go a different route. People, the external influence of, are you sure you want to go to that door? You've got all these other doors. Try this. Don't try that door. Try all these other doors. Whereas you're like, no, but that's the door I want to open. I'm going to, so I do feel like there's this external pressure of other opportunities, other ways of doing things, other, open yourself up to doing it this way instead. But it feels like it's, once again, that pressure, and you're not necessarily taking it the best way, to be honest. You're kind of like, seem to be very, I'm doing it my way kind of thing at the moment, which, like I said, I feel like that's working for you. That's the right thing for you to do here, which is very interesting. We have the hopes and fears. We have the Tower. So there is a big fear here that you're going to be ostracized, that you're going to end up isolated from the people that you love, from these people that are potentially trying to control your actions a little bit. There is a big fear of being ostracized, being isolated from things here. But we do also see that as a hope that there's hope is that you have set a strong enough foundation in your life with those relationships that you can persevere through whatever's going on here, that everything will work out how it needs to, and that, that the foundation is good, and the tower's not going to topple for me because the foundation is strong, and I've built my tower strong, and even if I'm isolated for a little while, that the foundation is strong enough that I can take, I'm hoping to be the final authority on my own life here. The outcome, we have the book. Okay, so, this is interesting as an outcome because it's embracing the mystery. It's embracing the next chapter, whatever that brings. I don't know what the next chapter is going to bring for me here. I don't know exactly what the outcome's going to be, but I'm willing to embrace that and take whatever comes kind of energy here, which is a really kind of good outcome for you. But it's also this, there is an energy here of, I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to learn. If I follow my own heart and I do my own thing, and that it turns out that that's the wrong thing, I'm willing to learn from this experience one way or another. This may turn out to be the best thing I did, but if this does turn out to be a mistake, I'm willing to learn. If nothing else, it's a learning experience is the outcome here. So even if this all falls to crap at the end of the day, I'm going to learn from this one way or another. It's all part of my growth and my healing and my learning about myself, about life, about whatever, about maybe should I or shouldn't I do what everyone else tells me to do. It's kind of coming out here like, it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what the outcome is. I'm going to learn from this experience one way or another, and I'm willing to embrace the unknown, whether it's good or bad. Which is, a good outcome there. But we will see if there's anything else needing to add into this. Any extra information for Sagittarius, please? Any extra information for our Sagittarians, please? And the bottom of the deck, I have the dice. So I do feel as though just go ahead with whatever you're going ahead with. Take a chance, take a gamble. It's worth a gamble. Ultimately, I feel for you, Sagittarius. The extra advice we have here, we have the Whip and the Sun. Okay, so through challenge, through argument, through conflict comes happiness. So, this is actually it's the fight that kind of needs to happen. right now. So you're kind of fighting for your own happiness here. And, if some sort of argument gets revealed or comes to light, someone's, uh, you know, other people, I feel like this once again is referring to other people. If other people, want to turn this into a drama, and that comes out into the light, then, ultimately it's kind of worth the fight, because we have happiness there for you. That at the end of the day, you're fighting for your own happiness. You're fighting for your own chance to, come out and be revealed, as the the transformed version of yourself. That transformation is highlighted there in your crown, as the desired outcome. And that's what you're really fighting for, is to, find your own happiness, find, be the sun, be the light. You're finding your own light. And it seems to be worth the fight, even if there may be some conflicts and arguments and fighting about this. So it does seem to be worth the fight at the end of the day. So, fingers crossed for you, Sagittarius. Let me know how it all goes. And make sure you do subscribe. You're more than welcome to check out other placements as well. Like I said, getting strong elements of other signs. There's just too many to even point them out. I suppose Leo did have the exact same crown energy, so you may be very connected to Leo energy at the moment, but I am seeing elements of other placements as well. So if you want to check those out to help add a bit of extra information to the topic, go right ahead. Otherwise, I'll see you all again soon.